Hi everybody, I'm John Finn, and welcome to a super special unpacking and review. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know what that color envelope means. It means we got another Elite belt from Forbidden Figurines. Actually, we got two this time because they kind of fell behind and they've got so many orders in. They've been so successful that the Elite is actually changing into just a Discord server for us now, which, you know, is sad. We're all kind of sad that it's ending, but it was a lot of fun, and we still support Forbidden Figurines and the entire team there. They've just been really fantastic, so make sure you check out their stuff. But let's get started with this unpacking and review. Oh boy. All right, take them out, and what do we have? We have the GCW World Championship and the WWF Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, excuse me. Both of these won, of course, the Elite votes, as you guys know. Every month we would vote for a new belt, and that would be the one that got put into production. And these are really awesome. I'm a little bit more excited for the Undisputed belt because I actually have something to compare it to, as you can see here in the ring behind Bruno. But, you know, the GCW one's cool. It's different. It's something new to add to my collection, even if it wasn't something I necessarily voted for. I'm still really excited to have it, and I'm already figured out a way to work it into the storylines for the comic. But you're not here to learn about my Instagram comics. So let's go ahead and get these open. And I'm going to start with the Undisputed because I know probably more people will want to see that, so I don't want to keep you waiting. Let's open this bad boy and let's take a quick, closer look. Oh, dang. I feel like this is deeper than it was last time. There we go. All right, out of the package it comes. Of course, you've always got the beautiful artwork that comes with these belts. I just love the art style that they've used for the packaging. Right out of the package, the first thing we're going to notice is the beautiful strap with the Forbidden Figurines logo there on the back, the kind of felty back and the kind of leathery front. Of course, it's got the Velcro straps to make it easier to connect. It's much better than the rubber buttons you get on AEW and WWE figures belts. And the detail is unbelievable. And this is the 6-plate version, so you got 5 side plates and 1 main plate. You do have jewels set into the main plate that refract the light just beautifully. And I'm going to bring over the Mattel version that I have, which is the smaller version, but it really is night and day when you compare the two. The only thing that even is super clear on the Mattel version, you got the world's pretty clear, the word champion's pretty clear, and you can read the rest of it, but there's no depth whatsoever. I mean, none. And if we turn to the side, you can see there's a little bit here at the top of the wings, kind of stick out. There's a little bit of a recessed area between the wings and the rest of the belt. But look at the level of depth and detail on the Forbidden Figurine belt. The only thing it doesn't have is the vac metal shine, but it has such a beautiful shine to it in a way. It kind of reminds me of the old Macho Man Randy Savage Intercontinental belt after he polished it with the wrong compound or whatever, and it made it look a little bit ruddy, but it still looked really cool. And I mean, look at the detail. Like, my camera can't even pick it up that well because it's so sharp and tiny, and you have to get really, really close to the camera. But this just looks absolutely mad. I mean, look at this. Look at the side plates. Let's compare the side plates. Night and day again. 1, you get the extra logo. 2, this one's upside down. Oh no, the belt's upside. Woo! I almost got hot, y'all. You can see that, I mean, every detail sticks out so much better on the Forbidden Figurines belt, in my opinion. It's so worth the money that when it goes on sale for 25, 30, 35 bucks, this is an absolute must-own if you're a fan of this era of wrestling, or if you just like collecting these small detailed belts. I absolutely have to fully endorse this thing because it's just gorgeous. And the detail of the gems set into the belts, that's probably my favorite part of all of the Forbidden Figurines belts that I have. That's just an unparalleled level of detail that you're not really, I haven't found anywhere else yet. All right, so I'm actually going to be putting this on Bruno because he is my heavyweight champion. And I've been slowly replacing all of the Mattel and AEW belts with Forbidden Figurines belts. And I just figured this would probably look pretty cool on him. And I prefer to do fantasy setups and stuff. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Look at this dude. Look at that! That's cool. Yeah, that's going to be the new heavyweight championship for GPW, Grand Prix Wrestling. No doubt about it. Let's see how it looks on his shoulder. Oh yeah, come on. Come on! Look at it, laddies and lasses! It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Alright. Let's put this around his waist. And we're going to plop him just right back down using my old one-hand stand test maneuver. And I dropped the old big gold belt with its just poor in comparison detail. It's still a nice Mattel belt. It's probably the nicest belt Mattel has made, in my opinion, is either this or one of the Intercontinental belts. Those are usually pretty okay. All right, now let's get into this GCW Championship. I am not a huge fan of GCW. While I know it's not Matt Cardona's fault that Elite fell so far behind, I silently blame him just because he's easy to blame because we'll never meet and never have to talk about it. So, anyway, but this belt, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the design, but the execution is absolutely flawless. You have the flags on the plates. It's the 5-plate version. You've got the logo. Everything, every detail is super clear. You can see the chain link fence behind the GCW. It's a beautiful belt. And I do hope we see more of these kind of independent promotion belts coming through the Forbidden Figurines pipeline because they're just so different. And I'm really kind of tired of WWE's current set of belts, except for the mid-tier level ones like the U.S. Championship, the Intercontinental Championship, and the North American Championship are my favorite 3 belts in the promotion, but all their top-tier ones I kind of don't like. The NXT Championship's okay, but I think I like something like this better because it's not a logo. It's not just a logo. Yes, it has a logo on it, obviously, but it's got so many other elements other than a logo, and I think that's really important with championship belts. When a championship belt is just a logo, then it's nothing more than an advertisement. It's like seeing a NASCAR guy with his racing suit on and all the little advertisements you have on that. So that's how I feel about that. I do have a Mattel belt to kind of compare it to, which is the Smoking Skull belt, which really isn't a great comparison, but you can kind of get an idea of how different the quality is on these and how much flatter they sit against the wrestlers' bodies because they don't have these huge hulking awkward things on the back there. But you can see the Smoking Skull. I mean, it looks good. This is one of the better belts as well that Mattel has put out, in my opinion. But every time, and Forbidden Figurines has a version of this, and it is worlds better than it. It's really kind of ridiculous how much she's embarrassing Mattel and Jazzwares with the quality of her work. It's breathtaking, and I hope she goes on to bigger and better things because she and her team deserve that. We're gonna put this one on Cody Rhodes just because he is my hardcore champion, and this might become my new hardcore championship. I think I'm calling it the Grindcore Wrestling Championship, cause why not? And it matches. Oh, some of the plates are kind of coming up on the side, and this happens from time to time just because they're super glued on. But you can just use a little bit of super glue and it sticks right on there perfectly fine. It's not really that big of a deal. In my opinion, it's not a quality problem because it's so easily fixed, and it could be caused by just jostling in the mail the wrong way, or maybe I held it wrong and that happened. But the belt looks good. It's a little bit big because it covers like his entire stomach. But yeah, I think it'll work. I think it's cool. I like that its dimensions are different from the usual belt. It's a lot taller than a lot of the belts we see today. More in that Intercontinental Championship vein than maybe some belts we see. Oh no, it fell! Whoa, I almost fell that time. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. All right, I can dig that. I can dig that. Not bad. Not bad. Let me get this on him real quick. And I'm going to stand him up. All right, now I'm going to take us in for a closer look here. Ooh, I'm floating. You can see just all the detail there, all of the flourishes, the little the stars on the side there. The jewels really are what catch my eye every time. And we come over here to this GCW. It's got this really nice silver, almost blue reflection to it. It's got some great detail. You got the wrestling ring there at the bottom, the chain link fence in the middle, and then the crown up there on top. And I always love crowns on belts, so that's a good addition to anything, in my opinion. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm never really let down when it comes to Forbidden figurines. Their belts are always top quality, and I'm always going to be happy to buy more of their product in the future. I plotted out my next like 3 or 4 or 5 purchases from them, but I'm going to give them some time to catch up before I inundate them with my orders. And I also have, I think, 2 more belts coming from them that I'm going to leave as a surprise. And when they come, I'll do a review for them so you can see them. But until then, I'm going to keep kind of mum on it. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this unpacking and review. I hope you love these Forbidden Figurines belts as much as I do. And you can find these at forbiddenfigurines.com. You can also follow them on Facebook, or not Facebook, but Instagram at Forbidden Figurines. And I really just highly recommend them. Great people. Amazing product, and I'm looking forward to buying a lot more in the future. And I'm not, being endorsed, sponsored by them in any which way. I pay for these belts. I just absolutely love them. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this unpacking and review. I hope you keep collecting the way you like to collect, whether that's keeping your figures and toys mock, whether that's opening for display or even for play. Whatever makes you happy is the right way to do it, and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Otherwise, Cody Rhodes is coming for him, baby. If you enjoyed this video, I wouldn't mind a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. If you love my videos, subscribe would be cool. A share would be really awesome. But it's up to you. It's whatevs. I don't really care either way. It doesn't really affect me. I still got a job. Until next time, I'm John Finn, and I'm out.